Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a fun video here as the Battlefield 2042 system requirements have just dropped ahead of the preload for the beta and everything going on. That beta is kicking off next week, so I have yet to look at it. I literally have just pulled up the post from Battlefield's official Twitter account, and I'm going to be giving you guys my live reactions looking at the system requirements for the very first time. Okay, so right away, I'm a bit disappointed that we only have minimum and recommended requirements. It's been something that I've been vouching for quite a while now, that I really think we need to get past minimum and recommended requirements being the standard. A lot of publishers and developers have already done this, but move on to a 3-tier or even a 4-tier system, because nowadays there's just so many people playing on a wide variety of different hardware configurations and accessory configurations like a monitor. Some people want to do 120Hz, some people want to do 4K, some people want to do 720p. Yes, those people exist. And minimum and recommended right off the bat doesn't tell you as much as, you know, a 4-tiered system, of course. But let's move on to the open beta requirements. Okay, minimum PC requirements. You're looking at an AMD Ryzen 5 3600 or an Intel Core i5 6600K. So that's pretty beefy stuff for a minimum CPU requirement. Minimum RAM requirement, 8GB. Pretty standard stuff there. That is becoming more and more the norm for minimum being 8GB. GPU requirement, GeForce GTX 1050 Ti and a Radeon RX 560. Yeah, nothing crazy there. They do note 100 gigabytes of hard drive space, so that is something to note, and it is pretty relevant that they clarify hard drive space. We'll get to that in a second. Recommended requirements now. You are looking, oh my god, some beefy CPUs. Ryzen 7 2700X or an Intel Core i7 4790. So I actually find that kind of interesting. Those are higher end CPUs, but they're also a couple generations behind. So interesting that they went this route as opposed to, you know, putting in a more modern Intel CPU. But yeah, you guys can do the conversions and figure it out. Still higher end CPUs on that end. A recommended RAM requirement, 16GB. Again, it's gonna be 12 or 16GB for a lot of these games that are coming out in 2021 and beyond. I really think that if you're building a PC now or you're doing upgrades, that should be one of the primary upgrades you go for. Video memory, 8GB. Okay, here's the big one. Recommended GPU requirement, RTX 3060 or a Radeon RX 6600 XT. Now, the part about this that sucks is those GPUs are impossible to get at MSRP. You know, obviously impossible is a bit hyperbolic, but very hard GPUs to get at MSRP. But RTX 3060, RX 6600 XT, yeah, that's probably around the range that I would figure for a game like this. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because an RTX 3060, I believe, is still going for like $600, $700, somewhere around that range. And a 6600 XT is also going for a very, very hefty price point. But, you know, those recommended requirements honestly don't shock me all too much. I mean, the game is pretty, it looks like it's going to be a pretty game, and at the same time, it's available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, however, a downsized version of the game, so that is something to note. This is getting the same Battlefield 3 type treatment, where in previous generations, it was going to be 32 players in the case of Battlefield 3, 64 players in the case of Battlefield 2042. Battlefield 2042, of course, going north of 100 players, and then it will be 64 players on consoles. At least I believe that's how it works. I've been mainly keeping up with the next-gen version. But you get the idea. They did downscale the game to a point where they did get it on PS4 and Xbox One. So I knew it wasn't going to be gargantuan requirements, but an RTX 3060, that's still a relatively beefy GPU. And obviously, if prices were normal, it would probably be something in like the mid-range, upper mid-range. Now it's a high-end GPU. If you're just looking at it from a price standpoint, but again, I don't think anything too crazy about that. For hard drive space, they do note 100GB SSD, so that's the only difference. Yeah, a game like this, you probably want to put on an SSD, but 100GB is a lot of storage space to be asking for, especially because I know a lot of people still are rocking like 120GB SSDs or 256GB SSDs. Yeah, that's not going to fly. Either you get an upgrade on that to get Battlefield 2042, or you put it on your hard drive, or if you want to pick up an NVMe, that's an option as well. But that's going to do it for me. Honestly, nothing too crazy here. Again, the only disappointment to me is the fact that we do only have 2 tiers of requirements. That might be something they fix. not necessarily fix, add rather, by the time the game's out. But yeah, these look to be the final requirement. And preload will be kicking off the day before the open beta, and then the open beta, you'll have early access if you're an EA Play subscriber, or if you have pre-ordered the game itself. So yeah, that'll be October 6th until October 10th. They go off UTC time, so yeah. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the requirements in the comments section down below. Always appreciate you guys watching. Thought it would be good to do a video that wasn't a free games video, but you guys seem to enjoy that stuff. But definitely relevant topic that a lot of people are gonna be talking about. But that's gonna do it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'm out, guys. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.